Hello and welcome to the Gluten-Free Psychiatry Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Daniel Williams. This is episode 19. Don't minimize any memory loss. There are thousands of reasons why. Stay tuned. So don't minimize things like senior moments and just think, oh, I'm just aging. We hear that a lot. Everyone's programmed to think that while we continue to drink out of plastic water bottles, telling ourselves we're being healthy. If you have word finding difficulty, if you're trying to talk and you just can't remember a word, or people that might have more of a medium kind of a moment once in a while, don't minimize those kind of things. It's reversible. Okay, forgetting your keys, maybe your phone, your wallet, constantly. You could walk around the house pacing, looking for items so much that you're making your legs sore or something like that. Your feet hurt. What else we have on my list here? Decreasing self-care. Where no one can see is between your teeth. And so dementia winds up being a person that doesn't take care of themselves completely. And if you're trying to talk about early memory loss, pay attention to your self-care. Do you lose interest in showering, laundry, dishes? Are you acting depressed even though you have a good mood? Are you just losing interest in self-care altogether? Let's hope not. Your brain needs to wash itself out and get a good night's sleep. Without medications, it turns out. So let's go through this science. It's called the glymphatic system. You may have heard of the lymphatic system in our body. About 1% of all our fluid in our body is interstitial. It's in between the cells, and you have to move and get the calves to move. And think about running or bouncing on a trampoline. Things that would cause you to bounce help shakes up the lymphatic fluid so it can make its way back into the portal vena cava, back into your circulatory system, get pumped back through the heart, filtered through the kidneys and the liver and everything like that. So what's happening in the brain, we figured out only recently, is that 1 time per minute, you get a small pulse of adrenaline from the dorsoraphe nucleus in the brain here, in the pons area. And it's sort of deep in the primitive brain structure. And what that does is cause all the brain vessels to squeeze a little bit. And then it relaxes because it's one tiny little pulse. And once it relaxes, it's sort of doing a washing out effect in and around the blood vessels all the way down and through the brain material. And guess what? Lots of things shut it down. They've studied lots of medications associated with dementia. But to me, the biggest discovery was the antihistamine mechanism of action. I had heard that Benadryl, diphenhydramine, the over-the-counter allergy pill, that we rely on for so many things. I've had lifelong allergies, if you can't tell, and that it's associated with dementia. I had heard this several years back, maybe 10 years ago, and I didn't know what to think of it because I didn't understand the plausible mechanism of action. But now we have that. Antihistamines are known to stop the glymphatic system. And once they stop that system, then your brain didn't wash itself out last night. And what we've proved so far that stays stuck and accumulates in the brain is the amyloid plaques that accumulate in Alzheimer's, dementia. So medication like antihistamine, shuts that system down. Your brain accumulates toxins that cause other brain cells to die. So you generating your own neurotoxins at that point. And the scary truth is that these over-the-counter sleep medicines that are sold all over the world, I'm sure it's $1 billion industry, they are antihistamine in nature. Doxylamine, I have a case report on doxylamine, so I know that's an antihistamine agent. We use it for acute dystonia when someone has a bad side effect reaction to an antipsychotic medicine and their muscles tense up, or they get dystonia in their jaw move and they have trouble swallowing or breathing in extreme cases. Oculogyric crisis. I haven't seen that one, fortunately. But antihistamines are very important, and they're good for muscle relaxation too. And in the area of mental health, we give hydroxyzine or Atarax, Vistaril. There's a couple other names for the same medication. If you're taking hydroxyzine for anxiety, you need to think about this because it's an antihistamine mechanism of action. Could it be shutting down your lymphatic system, and are you accumulating brain toxins? If you are you doing ionic foot baths? Are you filtering your water? Are you preparing your own foods? I've got some tough questions. I want you to know that this is all wrapped up in a curriculum that's coming. These slides are available underneath each video here on the Gluten-Free Psychiatry podcast, and they're made to be shared, so the link to the study is right here. If you click on the document, that's a little screenshot of it. Just respect their copyright. This is an open source full article that's free. Just go and download it from their website. And reversing cognitive decline is possible. This is why I sound a little bit cautionary and I say, get screened for early memory loss, mild memory loss. Don't wait until it's too late. It sounds like I'm being, raising alarms, being an alarmist or something. But the reason is because there's thousands of reversible causes. And the principles behind the protocol here that Dr. Dale Bredesen has come up with are incorporated into the Mindshift Care curriculum that's coming here in the future. That's incorporated with things like mixed martial arts, growing, gardening, nutrition, and detox out of the Da Vinci Institute for Holistic Medicine in Cyprus. I've almost completely gone outside the United States from a nutrition and detox education. Emergency medicine, Army, working with military working dogs, Baylor, Scott, and White. Of course, I'm board certified in psychiatry, did quite a bit of Army medical training and Army mental health training. So I tie all that together in a curriculum that's coming so people can have a holistic viewpoint and bring mixed martial arts into their daily life and routine to keep busy and keep ready for things in the future. And so if you have any kind of memory loss whatsoever, we can incorporate that. I use the MOCA, the Montreal Cognitive Assessment. You can read more about it here on the website if you'd like to. I got certified in that because it's good for a lot of conditions like bipolar disorder, psychosis even, and geriatric conditions, things like that. So coming up, we've got episode 20. The vegetable oil is more dangerous than sugar or fat. If you'll just prepare your foods, you'll probably be healthier in the long run. It's because we've trusted other people to prepare our foods. They've snuck in more than 2% omega-6 vegetable oil, and that's what's bringing us down. So wait till that episode comes out in a few days. Episode 21, a few days after that, how the brain rebuilds. So these neurotoxins, I'm going to bring that out, how the brain-derived neurotrophic factor proteins in the brain help repair brains and build new neurons. In episode 22, what is falling out of the sky, people? Geoengineering Watch. We'll cover what they are all about. So if I can help you, if you've been exposed to Agent Orange or some other toxin, if you'd like a medical opinion or would like me to review your medical records and talk to you about symptoms, just reach out to me at mindshiftcare.com.